What is up, boys? We're doing part 2 because part 1 was very unsatisfactory. It was just 1 hour that I was able to cram in the morning, so we're continuing with our calculator project for the Odin project, and let's see how far we're going to get. I haven't done any work since this morning stream, so we're picking it up from where we left it, and honestly it's looking fine what we did, so yeah, we can continue. What I just noticed that is we can make the cursor a pointer, not a pointer, but wait, is the live server working? Let me restart it quickly. Go live. Alright, so now it's working. Okay, so we can make this pointer. Now, what I'm wondering, should we begin by console logging those numbers whenever they are written and making the calculations in the console, or we should try to... One second, guys. Alright, so sorry for that. I had a phone call. But nonetheless, we're making the functions, just the basic ones for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and now division. So divide. And basically we're done with them. I've chosen to make them arrow functions because they're more concise. Now create variables for num1 operator and num2. So let's make this quickly. So let num1, then we'll have let operator and let num2. This is done as well. Create a new function operate that takes an operator and two numbers and then calls one of the above functions on the numbers. So we can we make this into a arrow function as well. Operate, wait, let's define it as a regular function for now. Operate, and then we have, it will take num1, num2 and operator. I'll actually shift those so it's easier to understand. Okay, and S33, thank you so much for the sub, my man. Wow, I'm so glad that my alerts are working today, but thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for contributing to the sub goal. Really appreciate it. You're making my day, man. Alright, so where I was, create a new function operate that takes, that looks good. Good luck today. Thank you so much, Xander. Really appreciate you. I remember you from yesterday or the day before. Thank you so much, my guy. This is the last project we're going to do for the fundamentals in the Odin project, and after that we're moving on to the full stack JavaScript path that I'm really excited about. This is the last project and you spelled operate wrong. Alright, thank you for that. Operate, yes, I tend to do this quite a lot. Thank you so much. After that we're doing the full stack JavaScript and I'm really excited about this. We're going to be learning React, databases, Node.js and so on. This will be truly exciting. So Odin project is good. Yes, I know, man. Thank you so much. It really is, because there is no hand holding. They just tell you what to do and you kind of do it. I'm not taking another phone call. There you go. I've had enough. Right, so it has to take in two numbers and then call one of the above functions on the numbers. So I was initially thinking about a switch case. So if we have a switch on the operator and then case, if we had a pause, is that how you write a switch case? I forgot. Switch.js. Yeah, so we have the switch, the expression, and then the case. Now you can call, for the plus you can call add with num1 and num2 and then break out of it, break. But does this have to be like in a string? I think so. Alright, so we can copy this and based on the operator we'll call a different function. At least that's what I initially thought. There could be a better way, but let's see. For the subtraction, 2 times more, break. Okay. The indentation pisses me off sometimes. We have our case for the multiply, and which is actually an X at the moment, and we have one for the division. So this is subtract, this is multiply, and this is divide. Alright. So we have that function to operate that takes in an operator and two numbers and then calls one of the above functions on the numbers. We have this out of the to-do list, create HTML calculator, add a clear button. Do we have the clear button? Yes, we do. So this is also done. Now functions to populate the display. This is going to be really interesting. It's going to be like an event listener for right. Yeah, we can make an event listener for each one of the buttons. So we'll listen on the calc button, and then depending on what it is, for example, if the ID matches calc clear, we just remove everything from the display. Otherwise, we add that what is inside of the button to the display. So let's try this. We'll need a document.add event listener for a button click, event listener button click JS. So it's just a click, nothing fancy, and we do a function that will document dot get element by ID, which is the display, dot insert into TextArea JS. Inserting text into TextArea with JS dot value dot value equals, maybe we have to pass e for the event, e dot target dot get button text JavaScript. Is it dot target dot value? Let's try this out. So obviously now it doesn't work. Get custom buttons text value. Also do it in query. You can do that through the text content inner text properties. Get custom button. Yeah, so we have the button and we want the text inside of the button. So he said text content or inner text. Let's try. Let's try text content. Alright, perfect, that works. kind of works, because now we can add just one number, but that is sick. I kind of like this a lot. Perfect. Can we do plus equals? Will this work? Yep. So it works for the numbers now. We have an event listener that will put in literally every button we press into the calculator. Now, next thing I want to do is, for example, if the button we click is the clear, to kind of clear all this out. And are we going to do this with the button.clearID? I think this will be more correct. So if e dot target dot get element by ID, if no, how do we get the ID? E dot target get ID JS, getting the ID of the element that fired an event, event.target.id, if e dot target.id triple equals what is it, button clear btn clear. Can we actually console log it first? Console.log e dot target.id. I'll first console log it to see what the ID is before doing this if statement. So yeah, this is button clear, this is button backspace without the hashtag, just exactly how we've written it. So I can indeed uncomment this because it will be correct, and if that's the case, then we can get document by ID and set the value to nothing. So let's see that now in action. Okay, right. This works, but then we get the C. So we have to write if statements for everything else, or for now we can just move this to the back. So this way it's not going to write the C, and it actually clears it. Perfect. Okay. Alright, I kind of like how it's going. And what should we do next? I think we should start with the addition. So what we want for that is kind of whenever we press the addition or one of those numbers, it has to take whatever we have in the text area already and store it in number 1, and store plus as the operator. Then we have to continue filling the text area, and whenever we press equal to capture the number 2 again, and send it to the operate function. So whenever we have the equal and maybe we can have another switch case here. Let me think about it. For now I'll write it as an if e dot target dot id triple equals button equals right. Then what we want is to cooperate, so operate with num1, num2 and operator. So whenever we press the equals, we want to send everything to the operator, and from then it will decide what we do with the numbers. And I actually noticed that here we have to return whatever the result is onto the text area. So maybe we'll have to kind of tweak those beautiful arrow functions that we did. Alright, but let's keep it simple for now, and although it may be buggy, let's do the addition for now. So if e dot target dot id triple equals button, is it add? Button plus, okay. Then what we do is we take everything from the text area and store it as num1. So num1 equals document dot get element by id display value, and we set the operator as a plus, or we can also do document get element by id button plus dot value, but we'll just hard code it for now. It will not change in the future, I don't think. And after that, what do we want is to take more input. So do we listen again? Or right here in the equals, we can actually set this value to num2, because what we'll do is we'll type in something, we'll press the plus, which will get everything that we have as a value right here and store it as number1. It will store the operator as the plus, and then whenever we click the equals, we also have value right here, so we can set this for num2 and send everything to operate, which will then can we console log this for now to see if that works? And after that, we actually don't need to change the addition function, we can just put it in this switch case. So let's try 45 plus 3. Right, console is not a console.work, but it's still not work. I just saw why. it will still not work. So 45 or 15 plus 6, yep. It becomes a string because we don't clear whatever we have in the calculator when we click the plus. So when we click the plus, we should prevent it from entering into the text content. But we do it. We did it in the beginning just for simplicity. But I'm wondering if we should set like an array of the numbers or keys that could be visualized in the display, because let me see how they did here actually. If we have 56 plus 6, they do the whole expression. So they do it kind of differently. It's not and I guess this is more correct because my phone is not around. Do we have a calculator in here? Yeah. Let me try this. 45 plus 6, yeah. So they show the whole expression, and I shouldn't be clearing it. So right now it works okay. We should just find another way to get the values. Let me think about it. So 45 plus 6, and whenever we hit the equal sign, this is what we have. We have a number on the left, and we have the operator in the middle and one on the right, and this is a string basically. So instead of doing this in the instead of listening for a plus, we can actually listen for the equals, and then we can get the display and split it dot value dot split, and split it on the plus, and we can put it in a variable, let expression equals, and can we then console log expression just to see what we get. And I'm going to comment this as well. So 5 plus 6 equals cannot read properties of undefined reading split. Okay. Before that, let me store it in expression and do 6. We get undefined. We get undefined. Right, it's undefined. Can we just do that? Yes, misspelled value, of course. 56 plus 6 equals and we get the whole thing. Now we can then try to split it indeed, because I've just misspelled it. Dot split, and we split it on the plus, and then plus 6 equals. We shouldn't then actually split it on the plus, because this way the plus is gone, and if we split it on just blanks, it will split everything. And I guess there is a way to know which one is A and which one is B by looping through it until you find a plus, and until you find, and from the plus until you find a equals is the second number, and then you just take the plus. I'm just wondering if that's the correct way to do it. But look, we are beginners, so maybe we don't do everything correctly straight out the bat, right off the bat. Maybe this whole approach is wrong. I'm just wondering if I should proceed with it, or if there's something easier that we can do. I think we'll do it just for shits and giggles. So we'll make a loop, let I equal 0, and until I is less than expression dot length I plus, and we can console.log expression I. Okay, let's do that. 45 plus 6. Expression length is not a function. What about that? 45 plus 6. Right. If we remove this console walk, 54 plus 6, nothing happens. Why is that? Until I is less than expression dot length console walk. No, nothing happens. Expression dot length 45 plus 6. Alright, and we do have the length at 5. It's not going into the for loop, and I'm just wondering why. Why is it not going to the for loop? Let I equal 0. How did you go into the script? What was it? Script.js, there you go. Can we put an breakpoint here? So Yeah, go on. 56. Okay, not here, but let's see. Here. So 56 plus 6 equals. And let's see now. One step. So it console logs it. And now what happens? Expression dot length. Do I have this the other way around? Can we console log expression dot length? Why didn't I do that already? Wait, I need the console. 45 plus 6. I am very confused. Expression. There are two issues in your code. Typo in expression.length. GTH. I am a dummy. Learn English, kids. Don't be like me. 56 plus 6. There you go. So we can remove this first console log, and then we can loop through the items and until we find a plus, for example. We'll make it a plus, we'll hard code it, and then we'll change it later. But we'll loop through them, and from the starting index until, but not including the index of the plus, we'll store this as variable 1. So if expression I does not equal a plus, or actually we can make it if it equals a plus, then we do num num1 equals expression dot splice from 0 to expression I. Can we do this? And then console dot log num1. Let's try 45 plus 6. We get an empty console log. Splice.js. Okay. months twice. It was actually from the beginning index and how many characters to splice, but that should be correct because we want from the beginning index up until the post, which should be exactly the same. Can we just do one, for example, just to see how that works? Twice 46 plus 5 equals, so we get a 4 indeed. Okay, if we do 2, then 45 plus 6, we'll be able to get 4 and 5, and after that, can we join them? 45 plus 6. Okay, we get 45 this time. Alright, but how do we do it with this index? Because at the time we find a plus, this will be index 0, 1, this will be 2. So we should take I, not the expression I. Alright, so this should work wonders. Plus 6. Alright, so we really get the number that we want, no matter how long it is, as a first number. 7776 plus 5. There you go. Now I'm just curious, can we console log the expression again? So console.log expression plus 67. Alright, and since we split it, the only thing left is the plus 67. This is going to be really ugly, let me tell you, this is going to be really ugly, but what we can do is then do operator equals expression dot splice, and then do 0 index and 1 item. This will take the operator. Do we need to join it? I am not sure. Probably it will be an array of 1, but let's console log it. Console.log operator. Let's do this. 7 for 7 plus 6. Okay. Maybe dot to string. Okay, so indeed now we get the first number and then we get the second number, and in order to the expression get the second number, actually, sorry. In order to get the second number, we can listen if expression I is equal to equals, and then we can put from 0 till that to the second number. Equals equal. Then num2 is expression splice, join. Alright, well, let me try this. Console.log num1 operator and console.log num2. So let's see, 67 equals Alright, not the best, definitely. Because I, at this point, is more than what we need, and we don't know from the equal sign until the end of the array how many numbers are there. So I can figure this out with a nested loop, but it seems kind of above the top. Maybe then we can set I to 0 so it can start over. Alright, so we do get it. Now my thing is, when do we actually return anything? Because as you can see, it's going in a loop, and after that we have to return them. So we can indeed do operate num1, num2 and operator, because we get them right this time. And if it's an addition, we'll console log it. So let's see, 47 plus 3, 473. Alright, this is kind of to be expected because those are strings. We need to convert them back to numbers. Plus 13, yep. That's happening because they are strings. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to take a quick break just to let my mind rest for a minute, and we'll be right back at it. So 10-minute timer. Take a quick break and I'll be right back with you guys. Thank you. Alright, boys. Right on time. We'll continue in a second. Is this the song I just heard? It was a really nice song. Just a sec. Nope, not this one. Oh, I received my new logo, guys. So let's see if the guy actually made the correct... right. I'll show it to you. He didn't exactly make what I wanted. But anyways, I'll probably... it's okay, I guess. I don't like this one that much. I'll probably use this one. But I wanted like sharper edges like this on the C. But the guy didn't do it. Anyways, it wasn't that expensive, so I'll approve the delivery and be over with it. Okay. Skip this. Skip. Alright, I had to approve his delivery so I can receive the files. So where are we? Alright, so currently it kind of works, it just puts everything into a string. So how to parse int JS, was that it? Yep. So then we can just do parse int ab. Let's see how that works. 4 plus 6 is 46, so I think this is an integer now, but for it to work I think I have to do it like that, parse int, and my brain hurts from doing it, but let's just see if that works. 4 plus 6 is 10, alright. 76 plus 4 is 80, 76 plus 14, 90, alright, so I think that works indeed. It's really ugly, but I think we can work with it, and after that we can make it a little bit better. So instead of console logging it, we can get the display.value to equal this function. so we can show it on the screen. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Perfect. 14 plus 6 is 20. 222 plus 222. Perfect, so at least the addition works for now. It's by far not the cleanest solution, but I guess we can work with it for now, and after that we'll refactor it and make it a little bit better. Let me do the same for the other operations as well. Although maybe we can do it this right here. Yep. If we do it down here where we cooperate, this will be better because we don't have to paste it like, what is it, 8 times. So I'll leave it here and instead we'll do it once down there. Okay. We'll cooperate num or on parse int num1 and then parse int num2. So this should still work. Let's do 10 plus 6 is 16. Perfect, and we saved ourselves space here and it looks more clean. Perfect. So we don't actually need to listen on the plus. I think it will also do it for wait, will it also work for the other functions as well? Document get element by ID. We can probably put this into a variable. We can make const display equal, because we're repeating ourselves, so we can make it like this and then just use display.value. Also, where else do we have it? Here, display here as well, display. Okay, let's see if that still works. 16 plus 4. Perfect, it still works. Now let's see if it works for the other functions as well. Multiply, divide. It will not, it will work only for the pos because we have an if statement only for the pos. Then we can just make it for the other ones as well, I guess. Let's do it for the minus. Let's try it for the minus. So 75 plus 5 still works. 75 minus 5 is 70. Perfect. Perfect. What if we have 5 minus 70? Minus 65. Perfect. I like this. Then I guess we can make the same for the multiplication and division. So this way if it's equal to, is it x, and then this one, let's try. So 5 times 5 equals 25, perfect. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 75 divided by 5. 75 divided by 5. Yeah. Perfect. So we got all of them working, which is really nice, really cool. Now I'm thinking those are all the same essentially. It's just the operator that is changing. So how can we make this shorter? We should have just one of them, and this should be like a variable. Just 1 second. Right, he gave me the files for the logo. Perfect. Right. So how do we check? Do we actually have to check on it? I mean, it has to be just one of the 4 ones. We don't have to actually know which one it is, but just know it's one of the operators on the right here. So we can maybe put them in an array. And do if expression I equals. Alright, let me try to figure it out in my mind. But I'll just ask ChatGPT how to do if expression I equals one of the items of an array. To check if expression I is one of the items in an array, you can use the in quotes. So right, okay. So we can do a new array and it will be a constant. Let's do const basic operators equals an array. That will hard code for now, but we'll go from like 80 lines to, we'll see how much. So if basic operators dot in quotes expression I and I think we can get rid of everything else. So if that works, we went from 81 lines or so to 65. So 15 lines less, but let's see if it works. So 17 plus 6, 23, 23 minus 6, 17. Okay, 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 20. All right. So it was a while till every time it shows 20. 5 times 5 is 18. Alright. Well, what if we do 25 divided by 5? It's still 5. 30 divided by 5, 6. So we only have issues with the multiplication. It's because it's not an x. Alright, that should work fine now. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so indeed we saved ourselves 15 lines. And very cool, I'm very proud of this. We can actually commit this and we'll figure out how to make it shorter, but as of right now I think we can commit it to GitHub. So git status, right, git add all, git commit, did the basic operators, and now the calculator works with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Right, I have to take a quick phone call, so I'll be right back. Sorry guys, had to take a phone call again, but it's pretty sick what we've done so far. I'm very proud of it. Now we have a lot of work still with these, with the backspace, with the percent, with the dot taking float numbers, and another thing, it cannot like it cannot take in more than 2 numbers. So 78 plus 8 plus 8, it will just take the last one, the last numbers we've entered. And how do they do it here? Plus 6 plus so if we press any operator once more, it will actually call the operate function and then output what we have next. Alright, so this is very interesting how we're going to do it, but I think we're going to continue tomorrow. What is that, man? Oh wow, what is that? Wow, that's so interesting. I was wondering where is it? Where this comes from? Code injected by live server. So it's from the live server, but I can see it in the text area of the calculator. And if I clear it, okay, I cannot see it, but for 6 equals, I was just able to scroll down. 5. How did I do that? Alright. While I was just fidgeting with this, I thought how we might be able to do it, because we can do that plus that, and this way we can take in more numbers. We can divide it as well. So instead of doing that, we should check on top of doing that, but we should also check if the operator is empty. We can do it sort of like we do, let's say 74 plus 6 and so on. If we click the equals, now we have an operator set. Wait, 7 plus 7, 7 plus 7. And maybe we should check if we have an operator set already, and if we do, if we click it once more, see, it did it again. But if we click it once more, it should evaluate or call the operator on what we have already in the text area, and then output the new operator and be able to type in a new number. So I'm going to write that in because I'm not going to continue anymore, but tomorrow morning we'll continue with this. So I don't forget it, I'll write if we if we have an OP set already and a then that was really lame how I how I written that, but all that matters is I understand it tomorrow. So yeah, we'll continue with this tomorrow. I'll end the stream now. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you guys, and I really liked the 2 streams that we did today. Tomorrow morning we're continuing, and hopefully we get this project over it so we can close the chapter of the fundamentals and move on to the full stack JavaScript part on the Odin project. Once again, I truly appreciate everything that tuned in, that showed support or didn't show support but still tuned into my stream. Truly appreciate you guys, and we'll continue tomorrow. Thank you so much, and until later, bye bye.